Welcome to the C1D Paintball Podcast. You can listen to us on Spotify, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to join our Discord. It's the best place to connect with other paintball fans, talk strategy, share stories, and show your love for the game.
Huge news, Roy. The C1D Paintball team has a podcast. Yes, that's right, Dick. Wild bunch, those C1D fellas. Tune in every Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for an amazing podcast.
Dad, come on.
Hello, I am Andrew. Welcome to the C1D Paintball Podcast and the most pretentious introduction song you'll ever hear. I love it. I love it. Thank you for that, Mike. We got a full house. We got a lot of hair. Facial hair is mandatory today. Possibly the best facial hair we have as far as the co-hosts. We're all co-hosts, by the way, because you can't just blame it on one of us. Mike, also the producer. How's it going, Mike, with the full beard?
Not too bad, not too bad. I gotta cut it though because everybody keeps saying that it's turning more gray than anything. So
what's wrong with gray?
Yeah, no, nothing's wrong with gray, but when you're 35, it hits a little hard.
I had an old girlfriend found a white hair when I was like 19.
Yeah,
so that's where it started. Owen.
We got Adam, Owen, and James in the chat so far.
Cool. We got to get used to this. Those listening on Spotify, I scream out random names. I usually do that in real life, but in this case, it's just, people checking in. We also have man who sat and had a pop with me on my porch today. Jeff, how you doing, man?
Hi, glad to be here today and to be here in the flesh.
Connor, who I basically raked a few garden beds and told him to pick up what was left behind. Thanks for chiming in, kid.
Of course, I have to be dragged out to this too, so it's my last obligation of the day. Happy to be here. Kidding. Hey, guys.
That's fairly accurate, actually. And, okay, we got a special guest here today. We have a person that I've known since I was like 16 years old. So back when dinosaurs were riding motorbikes still. He is a veteran of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and the Canadian Forces. He is a family man, a great father, and someone I'm proud to call my friend, and a member of C1D. We have Konrad. welcome to the show.
Quite the intro.
Thanks,
Quite the
guys. Thanks
intro.
for asking. Appreciate it.
He's representing the tourists airsoft, but this man's been playing paintball. I think he outplayed paintball even to you, Jeff, back in the days. Probably. Is that it? What are you saying? He looks old? What are you saying, Jeff?
No, he had more. I'm being humble. Yes, I'm being humble. Why you call me out like that?
You don't have to hold back.
I don't know. You know where I live, bro. You had a pop on my front deck. So, look, so much talk about he is joining us for D-Day. He's got his own group, the Taurus Airsoft that I mentioned that Connor and I played a couple times with last year. We got to do it again this year. And by the way, Jeff and Mike said they would give it a swing.
Right on.
Yeah,
more than welcome.
Okay, and I swear I'm not going to wear all my paintball stuff. I'm going to wear a proper thing because this way Jeff and Mike can be hey paintball all day.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it.
Connor's white mask has to go though. That thing is like a BB magnet.
You'll hate mine then.
Yeah.
I got the same thing.
Connor welcomes it. He welcomes it.
I welcome it in paintball and airsoft though. That's a different thing. I got my butt kicked. I got my
yeah. It's like, did that hit me? Yeah. Oh, okay. So, let's start because I got stories. I got all the things I want to say. How did it start for you in paintball? Because I already teased that, you probably played the earliest out of the whole group here. So tell us your experience in it. And yeah.
So paintball, I think I kind of got tuned into that around 1985, 86. When it was really starting to kind of grow here in North America. And I used to read up all those paintball magazines and everything like that. And then there was that field that you guys play at, and I didn't realize it was still in business. So 40 years it's got to be.
It was the anniversary last year, 40th anniversary last year. Yep.
That was the first field I played at. And you'll know the guys that went. Barry Craigmile, Jamie Dye, my brother. Yeah. Those
Did you get Bert? Did you get Bertram out there? Because I don't know. Because he's fucking crazy. You know that.
He went later, like at another field. But no, it was great. We went out there, and I remember the first guns they had were the old Mark IVs. Looked like a space thing. It was a pump. You dump a bunch of rounds in it, and then you got to shake it around to get them in. And they had Mac 10s, those stimunition ones, which they made illegal. They really had no.
Usually work one pump in the bin. I remember that.
They were like expensive as hell. So of course we didn't get the Mac 10s, but a bunch of Italian guys from I think NDG or something had a lot of money, and they got all those Mac 10s full auto, and we had the pump Mark 4s. But that was a lot of fun.
I remember. Bert wanted Bertram Legale, okay, and this guy Bert, all you have to know is I don't want to know if it's true, but the rumor is that his younger brother shot him with a crossbow out of spite. You remember that story, right?
I'll have to ask him tonight.
I think I asked him at our reunion. He's going, "No, that never happened." It's like that's something that probably happened. You want to deny as you get older.
Yeah,
Bert was just a wild card. He's a big, he does look like one of the boys from Brazil. British
cool,
stock.
Man. He flies choppers. He's pretty cool.
You've seen that, Connor, over the years. Like he'll be over dropping people to ski on top of a mountain, then spotting fires.
Yeah.
And I remember once he went with me saying, Andrew, you should, I'll come down. I'll take you right on my helicopter. I know what Bert would do to me in his helicopter. I know he would just scare the shit out of me. No, Bert is, when I grow up, I want to be like him.
But he did come out to a couple of games, but I can never remember the name of the field that used to be in Saint Basile Le Grand. Was playing there in the early 90s. They're famous for the massive truck tire burn that happened back. I think.
Wow. And the PCBs and all that, right?
That's right. Yeah. So that's their claim to fame. But there was a really good paintball field there, and we would drive down. I took a bunch of people from Mont Village there. We had probably about 100 people, and we went down there and we had a massive. It was great. They had like that was the first time I encountered paint mines. They buried them in the ground.
Oh wow!
It was like a blast. It was like a full paint can that would blow up in you, and it was like,
Wow.
it was awesome.
Out. It was, I think it was the summer of '86. He wanted to do something like that, but he ended up getting water guns that looked like machine guns. And we went to some place, and I still have a boonie hat I bought that I'm going to actually wear the next time I come out to paintball. But of course, Bert, who I guess is his family and himself, and I think he still is, I know he's into fishing still. He was a hunter. So Bert decides that whoever's playing against him is going to feel his wrath. So he puts some moose piss in there. I guess they use for hunting.
My God.
Yeah. So he's squirting water with a heavy dose of moose piss in it.
Oh my God.
So I don't complain.
We went and bought our own stuff from. There used to be a surplus store on Sources.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah, at the couple sources across from the Went Harvey's.
That's right. Exactly.
Oh.
So they used to bring in some stuff. So I remember the first guns we bought were garbage. They were those Splat Master Rapides there.
Even I know those. I know those. Those are his. Those are infamous.
And we would go out behind Barry's house because he had there was some crown land there, and we would just go. Couldn't do that today. We would go out there all geared up and have our own little paintball field. So yeah,
it's awesome.
Just had fun with that stuff. And then over time, of course, as stuff developed, I mean, then you got into the piranhas and then spiders and Tipman stuff. I remember my Tipman pumps and
Jeff, you've got a piranha. You brought it last year. They call it the bloop gun because when it shoots, that's what it sounds like.
Oh man,
him and another guy on my team were talking about it, and it's like, what is this? And then I saw it, and it's like, this is actually pretty cool. Okay,
it's cool. Oh yeah,
bring out the relic. Bring out the relic.
And you know what? Those were great. And you put an air tank on the back and not the CO2 cartridge, and yeah, it was awesome. But yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice power blocker there.
But,
out of the box.
Now I use I mean, I'd love to buy one of those DAC DAM ones there that I've seen some of the guys play with the ball.
Oh, with the speedball internals. Mike, what's your marker again?
I don't have $2,100 right now.
Yeah.
But, but I'm using
about the 007. The 007 pistol. Did you guys have those? Those things are awesome.
Those are awesome.
Now your collection of what do you use? Don't you have a TMC?
Yep, I have two TMCs. I've got the what is it, GM 100 or whatever, and I have the Tiberius T15. I like that.
T15's awesome.
Yeah, but I still use the Phenoms. I still use the X7 Phenom and just tricked out a bit. I mean, it's still a decent gun. Yeah.
You and Jeff are going to get along, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but my sort of paintball stuff, when I moved out here, I played a lot in Toronto. When I got posted to the big city there, I played a lot indoors, at Sergeant Splatter's.
There you go.
Still around. That one, still around. Great place to play.
PBC.
And then outdoors was I joined up with the guys from Spartan Paintball Club. I don't even know if they're still around, but the Spartans were a pretty good team, and they used to play up in Wasaga. And then they had Sector 57 in Oshawa, though they had a store, and then they had a field there, so we used to play with them. And then Combat Zone, which I think is still near Brook. It used to be near Brooklyn. I think it's still out that way. But I actually refed there for a while. I did a couple of summers where I was just out, I just wanted to be around paintball. So on my days off, I was going ref. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You get to meet tons of people, and it was different. It's totally different perspective reffing.
Yeah.
And
you almost got to pay just as much as attention as when you're playing.
Oh,
much going on, and exactly. People are relying on you for a lot.
And catching the cheaters.
Yeah, that's probably the funnest part. Get the fuck.
But,
we actually had a ref last time out. This girl Miriam, who's she actually plays with a group that's pretty hardcore. Not Milsim, but that, but they're mag fed, and and a lot of times there's never freeze, and pretty intense. And if your marker gets hit, go to the secondary.
Mhm.
You know, really good high adrenaline stuff.
Mhm.
And she called out a guy playing with us for overshooting. And we never see that. And it's like, man, she's used to, like, her level of what overshooting is a lot above ours. And when she called that, it was like everyone's on the field like, ooh, really
Yeah, it's really good when you have like people that are like really into it like that, and not just sort of standing around earning their minimum wage, but actually you're like players too, and they enjoy the game. So yeah, it adds a different perspective. And you know, some fields are good, some field owners are, you know, I don't know why they're doing it, but anyways, most of the time it's good. Most of the people are great. Like I really, you meet a lot of good people, and it's a great community, just like Airsoft. I think, I mean, I've played Commando before even the D-Day stuff was like a thing. And then a couple of D-Days before you guys invited me, or I even knew you were coming out. I like that field too. There's a field on the other side of Ottawa that I play at sometimes, marked. They're not bad. It's not a huge field, but they're pretty decent people there too. And yeah, just PRZ was like,
I never got to play there.
Man.
I saw so much.
yeah,
That must have been
I mean,
amazing.
that's legendary, right? And I don't.
Oh yeah,
There's
yeah,
nothing
absolutely.
like that now. It's unfortunate, but you know, like when you I switched over to Airsoft. Well, I still do paintball with you guys. That's about it. So
We've got a heavy task for you this year because I'm supposed to be commanding it. I know Jack and shit.
Brothers.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love paintball. Paintball was always the thing. And what I think I really like about paintball is, you know, when you're hit, like there is no question about it. Like you feel it. And it's just like it's a totally different atmosphere. But I love the realism that you can get from, and sure, with Milsim, you can do that with paintball too, but it's not as common. But I love the realism you get from the gear and everything from Airsoft. I mean, people are now, you know, all these guys who used to play paintball that got away from it because they didn't want to have an air tank. Well, hell, they're using HPA and they're running air tanks and lines on their Airsoft guns, but I'm not that guy, right? I like the movement. You don't have to be connected to anything, and I don't know. It's a different. There's some. I'm not like we have a team, but we're pretty relaxed, as you know, Andrew. And
oh yeah. I call you guys like our Airsoft cousins, and absolutely, really good, welcoming guys. You're now when Connor and I played there, it was at FPS Airsoft.
Yeah, they're great
guys. It's a wild field, and while I initially say, well, I'd play paintball here, the distances and the lines of sight in that, it's like I would love to play paintball there. But honestly, guys, to get out there, like Konrad said, there's something about it. It is cool. Like you're not doing this. It's like D-Day head to head, and there's some epic fights in Airsoft. But I kind of get how it might be more. It's more immersive and more closer to regular combat because, you know, you're not running at each other quite as much. Because if you try that approach, besides people pointing at you on the field saying, "Hey, you paintball, I got you." Remember that one, Connor?
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing. And he did that. He ran at them. He goes, "You're being too aggressive." But we wanted to get Konrad over the road. We got him over the road.
Yeah.
That worked.
Oh, great field there. Love that field.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like.
I mean, sorry, Mike.
No, you're good. I did a review video for Andrew of them playing on that field, and it looked like so much fun. So much.
Yeah, that field, they keep developing it, right? There's more buildings and stuff going up. They got like a whole missile site there now, and those guys are great. They have the True North Force. That's their team. They sponsor FPS is our field. Like that's our home field for the tourists. And they have a few other groups that go there as well. Really good community, very chill. Like they're very open to new players and younger players. And yeah, it's just, it's good. Like I like it. It's, you know, I don't know. You think that kind of after some of the, you know, experiences that some of us have, because my team has a lot of veterans on it. Like, and we've deployed overseas and stuff, you think, oh, it'll be like, it's kind of weird. Why would you want to go do that? But it's the community, man. It's like, and we're all good at it. So it's something we're good at. So it doesn't really trigger too much. Like there's guys who probably do get triggered. And I'm actually trying to do some research on how does paintball and airsoft work with like PTSD from like veterans like that. And there is some studies. And we actually ran our first Veterans Day last year, and it was supported by another one of our sponsors, Canada Connect, and they paid for everything.
Wow!
And I think you guys came out to that one, didn't you? Or no, you didn't come to that one.
No, we went to GOTA, the first 2 GOTAs.
Right. And that's another amazing community, right? GOTA's a large community for airsoft. There's a whole bunch of teams that are part of it, but you have to be invited into that community, which makes sense because they want to make sure that it's good ambassadors, right? Like C1D, you guys are good ambassadors, and you know, I don't want to be part of something that is negative or that is too I don't know, serious about it, where it's not fun for people. Like I want to have fun.
Exactly.
So yeah, but I think the biggest switch for me to go from paintball to airsoft was in 2020 when the firearms laws came out, and then half of the stuff I bought legally that was non-restricted suddenly became restricted. And I was like, screw you guys. I can go buy SMGs. I could go buy stuff that I would never be able to buy here that looks that is the same, just with airsoft.
That's wild.
I think that was a drive for me. Now I'm crazy. I see too many.
Yeah, I've seen your collection.
I still want to use the stand you got there. That's the stand you got, right?
Yeah,
no.
The
MG42. The
MG42. That's what I want.
That's the fucking one I want. I was even looking.
Yeah, man, with not so realistic 5,000 round box mag, but who cares?
I played. The guys were so nice the first time we went out to play, Connor and I, and I mean, I got my barrel plug in all the time, but I usually keep my gun, my TMC. I don't put it on safety all the time, but I get the plug in, right? So I'm kind of an idiot with things like that, and I just aim and shoot. And I went out there and it's like, okay, here's your marker. It was good. First thing I noticed, it was heavy, like a real gun.
Yeah.
And it's I should have brought my straps, but then I'm shooting, and I guess it was on semi, shooting 3 at a time. And bursts, and everybody's kind of looking at me, and it's like, okay, I'm playing, and it's like I hit someone, and I did all this. At the end of the day, he goes, and man, and you're shooting semi-auto or auto, and it's like, my God, nobody told me. It's just why didn't somebody?
Yeah, you know what though? That's not your fault. Like some fields or some games, you can shoot full auto with your carbines. Other games, it's more common now that you have to have an LMG to be on full auto, and then any other has to be single shot. Okay. You can't use the bursts either. So, I mean, like that's just one thing to get clear when you get, like, depending on, I mean, some fields don't have that rule necessarily if you're out there just for a Saturday playing, but a lot of the tournaments you guys show up to, they do have a bit stronger rules than that. And then that way, not everybody's gunning full auto or putting box mags on their M14s and stuff like that. So M4s, but
well, one of the coolest things I did find, it was the second time we went out, Connor. We're at the north part of the field. Well, to me, I'm going to call it the north, the wooded area. We're trying to straddle over the town, which is in the middle. And there's a third faction that runs the town, and you could trade stuff for them, and you have you earn things so you can buy them at one point. And we were getting pressed hard. Yeah. And all of us, I guess you must have called in GOTA to help us up. They were the third party. And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, a bunch of guys in black come in. And they're like, we're pinned behind these things, and these guys are just running in the open, and they just decimate the other side. And it's like,
they're the Op4 crew. And usually when you're playing those GOTA games that Lou Suffa puts up there, he always has that third kind of crew. And it's good because if you have one team that's one side that's super strong, they can go, and they oftentimes will work with the other side just to make it a little bit more even. And I think that's kind of a good idea. you don't see that much in paintball. It's like you can have one side that just kills it all day, and there's no switching up, right? Whereas here, those guys are like mercenaries almost. They just go and they kind of support whomever needs
I was
it.
never so happy to see those guys. They're in the middle of the field saying, what are those
Are you
guys
saying
doing
we
all
were-
day?
are you
Those
saying
guys
we were the
drinking
weak
beer
side?
all day? I want to be on Goda. But all of a sudden, Konrad calls them in. They just destroy everybody. It's like, thank God.
Yeah, they're a good crew. But
I've never seen like playing paintball in terms of big games like a group as talented as them, and it never felt like special forces to that level ever
Yeah.
before.
That's
And
awesome.
I didn't
it
even
was
give 'em
insane.
cover fire.
I felt like I was like I just started playing, I just came out of the womb and I was there and I didn't know what the heck to do.
That's beautiful, man.
Got my butt kicked all day.
That's beautiful. Yeah, those guys
Really
are
talented.
those guys are very talented guys. Like,
Yeah.
But it's fun when you take them out. That's always like you feel like special.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only way I'm taking them out is when they're standing looking all pretty when they're neutral.
Yeah.
Starting a war when they start killing us.
It's interesting because you're on one side of the town, the enemy is on the other side. We weren't allowed to go in the middle, as long as you don't fire on Goda and they're not hired. So but nobody's wearing armbands, right? Which is cool because that's how it is. So you got to look at the color. So so it's like, and I went and I thought I saw somebody, I shot it, and the guy's shooting at the tower. It's like, oh shit, I shot a Goda. Our squad gets wiped. It's like, I guess you guys have never played with me before. That comes with the territory, guys.
Friendly fire.
Friendly fire. And there's the one time I revived the guy whose camo was like in between Goda and it was tan. It was both. And I said, are you hit? You're out? And he's like, I'm hit. And it's like, put the thing around his arm.
You help the
Yeah. And then he's there. And then I see him and he's looking at me, takes out his gun, shoots me, shoots everybody around me.
Yeah,
No.
not fair, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of dirty play.
No.
That's
That's
dirty
okay.
play.
We took care of him. You know what?
The medic rules are kind of cool, and I know we have them in definitely in the D-Day and the big games. They're but I like that idea.
The gulag was a cool thing too.
Yeah, the gulag is awesome. Like
That's pretty intense. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all point based. So
what was the blood thing? I forgot to ask.
Yeah.
About the blood thing.
I
I think they told us about it, but there was some blood.
So
stuff
there's a
going on.
whole like Lou has designed this whole world around
There's lore.
These
Yeah,
groups.
okay.
Yeah, there's lore here, and I'm not 100% on the lore, but yeah, the blood has something to do with that, and you had to like capture blood and bring it in, and you got so many points for that, and
Oh
yeah.
my.
What
We
is
have to siphon blood, I think.
Yeah,
we have to
yeah.
siphon
I had my blood transfused.
I love the
twice.
idea of capturing the commanders, and you bring them in, and you get like that's really cool. Like being able to do that and bring them in, and we did that we did that when you guys were
Yeah,
there.
yeah, absolutely.
We captured the Op4 commander, which was pretty awesome.
You got a
That's
pile
right.
of
Didn't
blood.
you capture him yourself too? Oh, fuck. I'm gonna have to find and hunt down Pat May on D-Day, and Conrad's coming with me.
Bring him back.
The other
Bring him back
general.
in hand.
But no, it's just the other interesting thing that, and it doesn't. I haven't experienced it much in paintball play is the night aspect of it, right? Like where you're putting on like these guys. Some of them have like thousands of dollars in nods and like all kinds of night vision stuff, and yeah, it becomes a completely different game. Like this last one was May 2nd. I stayed out in the night, but I had no night vision or anything, and that's quite an adventure. Like trying to battle with these guys. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Shooting at sounds. Just
I was gonna say it's like the original Predator.
It's no seriously, seriously, Mike. Like it's, and you hear like every sound, and you're like freaking out because you're like, oh my god! And then you have to hear this whole battle going on, and you see these like once in a while you see like a green laser, and like, oh man,
Oh man.
But yeah, we kind of we have a technical, right, which is really cool. Like we got I wish I could remember the name of the guy who gave it to us because it's love to give him a shout out. But yeah, he gave us a free vehicle, which our guys, which our crew like stripped down, painted desert tan, cut the roof, put a gun turret on it. We have a mini gun that runs out of there. And yeah, so we have a technical, and of course we ran that night. So that was kind of the, one of the objectives for the other forces. So yeah, we were stuck out in the dark without a whole lot of night vision stuff, but that'll be my next big purchase.
Something different too. Something different too is when we were at FPS there is you didn't constantly hear shots. Like D-Day, you're always hearing shots somewhere, even if you're in the corner of the forest. So you're sitting there and all of a sudden you hear shots and inevitably you can't escape it. It's like, okay, what's going on? At D-Day, it's like, hey, something's happening over there. It's like, well, yeah, something's happening over here. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was intimidating and cool in that way. It was just like
you guys should come out for the world versus the world, where Lou brings in. We have helicopters. There's drones that drop like powder grenades, which it's just like the Ukraine. Well, maybe not. Like maybe not, but yeah, it gives you that kind of feel of like. And of course, you can't shoot drones; it's illegal, right? So you got nothing. You can't do anything. They're just flying over you, dropping these chalk grenades and then you got armored vehicles, and yeah, it's just it's like, I mean, the closest things I've seen are like in the US or in Europe where they have all that. But I mean, the chopper is the best. You get on the chopper and you're flying over and you're shooting at guys down below, and that's super cool. And he tries to get everybody on. So you show up and he tries, like they really try to like get anyone who wants to go an opportunity to go up, and you're up for like 10 or 15 minutes, which is pretty cool. And just a totally different thing. And of course, like there's technicals too. And, people use like with the airsoft, you have everything, right? You got like, I have a Carl Gustav. It fires like a chalk grenade. And I mean, like guys are using, all kinds of rocket launcher stuff and that shoot chalk grenades to take out these vehicles. And
you showed me your tech guy you showed me the guy that builds your guns when he was there. Yeah, it's like his this is my gun guy. Yeah. And had he not shown me his guns, I was like, oh my god, like this guy. But by the way, when you sit in the helicopter, do you sit on your helmet? And why do you sit on your helmet?
No, we're not sitting on our helmets. I don't even wear one, buddy.
No, come on, apocalypse now.
That's the other thing so there's a couple of things that I kind of lean towards airsoft on these days more than paintball, and that is not having to clean everything the second I get home. Like when you play, even if you don't get shot, which is rare in paintball, it's the splatter. And then the shell pieces, and you run your arm along a building and your car. Then you go home and you got to like wash everything and all your gear, and you're finding shells in your mag holders. But with airsoft, you just take the battery out, put it in the car, and you're done. Right?
You could be like me and just wait until like, I don't know, 13 days and then do it before your next outing. That's usually what
and everything's like glue. You can't even get it out. Like, especially if your weapon's been hit. Like,
I usually have at least 2 cameras to clean up and then bring in. Like Connor, it's like his mask. It's like, did the mask hold? Are your eyes okay? It's like, no, I don't ask that. It's like, how's the camera?
Yeah, exactly.
How's the camera,
and that's
man?
The other thing, like you don't have to wear a full face mask. Now
you got the cool. Come on, you got the cool shot where you got it behind the ear. So you're playing airsoft. He's got the blood trickling down. That was friendly fire, but it's like that looks so cool. Trucker Dave is here. Hey, Trucker Dave, hey man.
But I'll tell you what, like I don't wear the full. Like some guys wear like a, almost the same as in paintball. Some guys wear paintball masks, but I like the fact that I can just wear shot glasses like I did in 1986. Yeah. And with paintball, but I like the fact I can just wear like glasses, and then I'll wear a mouth guard. But the one
didn't
time
somebody lose a tooth?
Yeah, and that was during Veterans Day. Like I forgot, I was talking to the guys, and then I put my mouth guard in my pocket, and of course, like that person could shoot 1,000 times and never hit my tooth, but that day I took a round right in the tooth, broke it in half. Ended up costing me like $2,500 because my insurance was already
Oh, man.
Yeah, they had to put a crown on and everything. So don't wear your mouth guard.
I'm looking at the mask ones. They got the mesh for that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of guys
on
wear
that.
those. Yeah, and a lot of them wear helmets too. And I prefer not to because I like to wear my earphones, but I don't like too much stuff on me. But but with the we use Biofang radios, like everybody has that. That's something else I haven't seen a lot in the games I play, the big games in paintball. Like some guys have it, but like our whole team has it, and almost everybody runs with radios, and there's lots of comms that way. And so that's another bit of a difference that I've noticed. But I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't do that in paintball either.
We actually, the last 2 years, we've got more and more comms. Last year was pretty effective too. We had the commanders, like 3 of us had an extra radio. Like I look like a total geek in my pictures there because I've got like 2 radios on, right? But it's like, no, one is to the boys and one is to the general and that. Oh, absolutely.
And if you run those fangs, you just put in 2 different channels.
Yeah.
Or switch channels, right? But the other thing is the so there's the Biafangs, and then oh geez, I just had a mental block there. Sorry guys.
That's okay. We're into the smoke grenades big time.
Oh,
and I don't know how how can you play a D-Day and not have a smoke grenade, especially at that field? It gets you out and in to a lot of troubled situations.
I know I said this last year, but when you're running up that first hill, all you got to do is look at the ground because everyone drops smokes constantly. That first run up the hill, you can find 10 smokes.
He's not joking.
Well,
I think
Mike, I hate to break it to you. If you're not last up the hill, I'm not going to see any smokes if I'm the first one up. So if you're last, of course you're going to be picking up my smoke grenades.
Slow clap for the kid.
Oh yeah,
slow clap.
Yeah, but you know what? We need those guys. We need the runners. Like I don't run anymore, and I rarely duck anymore. Just too many bones to crack.
Yeah.
Well, what happened last year, Connor? When you're running up as a medic with a flag and he gets the other, we're at the bottom of the hill, Konrad. So we got to go across the bridge and try to get to the forest, cut across, right? Connor got there. That's when we found out they had moved the spawn zones. So they were probably 40 yards closer to the end of that. So Connor starts running across the open field. And what happens, Connor?
I run up so far and I see them there and I don't have my markers, so I just turned around and ran back.
And you see on his camera, he turns around, there's nobody.
There's nobody there to help me, so I'm like, yeah, I'm going.
You like the conscientious observer there? You don't carry any firearms, you're just the medic. I love it.
Exactly, yeah.
Whatever that was.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing is when we started playing D-Day 2019, there were some good medics, but we found a lot of the medics mixed in. If you took the 2 sides, have 2 or 3 medics each, it's like sometimes they'd stick somebody like me or Jeff and say, "Oh, you're older. Do you want to be medic?" It's like, Christ, I want to shoot something. Or even if you are, it's like it's longer to go there. So kind of over the last 3 years, we got Prowler, Paintball, and Connor, who've been medic for 3 years, and it'll be the 3rd year together. They run across the field. They kind of direct, they yell at people. They yell at people, but they get everybody really engaged. And
that's what you need that kind of energy and skill, like to be able to duck. And I couldn't do that. I'm just not. I can't do that anymore. Maybe in '86.
Maybe in '86.
Maybe '87.
Maybe 87. We're pushing it, but definitely not before the 21st century. And I'm in that zone, so I'm not making fun of Konrad. Oh my God.
I mean, you make up for it in many other ways. Like I remember when you came out to D-Day, and I was just running around with a maniac with that stick, picking people up and whatever. And I see you in this building, and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna run in and go with him. He's a pro, basically. I should follow him. And I'm just thinking with like I don't know, like the rabbit part of my brain, like not the rational part. And I'm just like right in the open, and I'm getting shot at. I'm like, oh, where is it from? and you like yanked me across the room. It's like, you gotta have, we have lots of gentlemen in here that can think and are much more tactical and thoughtful with how they play and stuff. And yeah,
I
you
love it.
grabbed him by the vest and you
That
yanked him.
was awesome.
How many years of training was that ingrained in you, dude?
yeah. Rather than just telling me to get over there, you just, oh no, you did, and I'm like, what? And you just,
Yeah, he told me that we're driving home.
Yeah,
And you know
yeah,
what?
man, you
I realized it was Conrad. He just grabs me and he pulls me back, and I go, "He saved your life, man."
I did.
That was the same
Very
game
grateful.
where, oh shoot, we were playing in the one spawn, and there was a 2-level tower, and the game was running out. And I see you're in there. He goes, "I haven't got any ammo," so I ran there and I gave you the last thing of ammo, and you look at me and you go, "Man, I'm spent." And I go, "Man, there's like a minute left."
Yeah.
And I think I had the medic flag and I put it over the thing, and people are just shooting it up. And we're just sitting there, and me and him like are chatting for about a minute till the game goes away. It's like, okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I just remember being in there.
I
Dude,
still
I'm spent.
remember when I don't know if it was that year or the next year, but when we near the end when I had one
Bear Hill.
and I threw the smoke grenade, and then it was like so many guys came out from our team and wiped out that hole where the container was. That was the best.
Well, there's a song about that. That's called Bear Hill. And that is like one of the legendary things of our group is how we took a hill late in the game when it didn't matter, but it's because we wanted to get those assholes out of there.
I just wanted to use my smoke.
My friend Jared loved playing with you. Like, you remember?
Yes. Yeah.
So he was on the side all the time. He said, "Let's do this." He goes, "All right, let's go." Like, he just like, "Dad, it was great. It was Konrad. Awesome."
Yeah, I can't wait to play with you guys. Like, I'm excited.
It's going to be fun. We'll have it. We should, because I'm general this year, we're hoping to have at least better place to set up. And so we'll make sure that if you want that, I'll try to make sure I get your paint, because I know you show up in the morning. I'll try to make sure your paint's with us and we got you registered ahead of time and all that. So this way you're good.
So just so you know, like where you guys set up before, I don't know if it was like that last year because I couldn't make. We had the big game on the Saturday last year, a big huge airsoft game that I think I was a commander of that side, and so I was spent and I couldn't make it out on the.
No, your knee. That was your knee.
Yeah,
you
right.
messed your knee up. You
right.
sent pictures. It's like you didn't need to send this.
That's right. So, but I don't know if the parking lot was the mess it is now. But remember where you guys used to put the tent and like
up on top there?
That's not like it's all like I don't know. They're putting like fill in, and it's so you probably end up being where the airsoft side is. Like there's a big field just as you come in on the left. And then there's just the parking lot, but on the right side, there's like it's just like dirt. So
there was well, I think he's talking about. So where we parked last year was where they filled, I think 2 years ago, and then they started filling into the left of that, and there wasn't many people there, but we were still in the shit. Really hoping to be down in the main parking lot.
Yeah,
just so I don't have to walk up and down that goddamn hill. Last year, by the way. Last year, it was maybe 6 degrees, and we were all walking around in our C1D hoodies because, you know, if you don't play good, at least look good, which I love to say. And we got James is out there. Hello, James. Oh, we said hello to him earlier. We got a parking spot for C1D. He's standing there right now waiting for 3 weeks. Honestly, thank you, James. But God, what was my story in that? Anyway.
You're saying 6-degree weather.
The weather.
Oh yeah. So it was so cold, and we were freezing our ass off. And it was the second half. We put our regular gear on, but so for a lot of people, that was their first D-Day. We had about 5 or 6. It was their first D-Day. We're trying to explain them. It's like, you know, oh, but last year it was cold. It's like, no, man. Like we got a guy who's going to be sniper. He's been practicing for it. And Trent. And it's like, and have the ghillie suit and have this and that. It's like, man, you're going to be hot. You're going to be hot. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about what
I hope we don't have too many ticks, man. Like ticks are bad this year.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. We were just outside here in the yard, and I pulled like 3 off my dog, and Mel had 1 on her, and yeah, it's and then the guys were playing Saturday at FPS, and they said, yeah, we never had this many ticks on us. So hopefully, maybe in June they're not going to be as bad. I don't know.
Can you keep ticks away with something? Because I'm not good with bugs, guys.
Yeah, there is some stuff that you can put like on your socks and stuff.
Yeah,
I forget what it is though.
There's some sprays you can look up, but anyway, it's just something to think about that maybe because we'll be in the bush. Like,
just bring your significant other and then just do very, very thorough checks. That's what I do.
Wear underwear, Mike.
That's why you bring Alex.
Yeah, but his wife plays with us, and she's one of the better players. How many? We aren't that lucky. Come on. Connor's got his girlfriend coming out next weekend for the first time.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
How long has that been going, Connor?
A year and 2 months.
Is she gonna play? Yeah. She gonna come out and play?
Yeah, she's gonna play for the first time.
Awesome.
So yeah,
that's awesome.
Be excited.
We'll take care. Like we'll all take care of her. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Oh no, not DJ. No, she's coming out just at a regular game. She's what? She's 5'1". She's a tiny little thing, real sweetheart. But she's a tiny little thing.
She's our tunnel rat.
The king was talking about he's like, if you guys don't want to give me a radio, just strap somebody to my back that has a radio. So I think that's a great idea.
That's perfect. She's French too, so she does both languages for us.
Beautiful. All right, that's it.
And she knows Greek. And she knows
mobile radio.
Specifically ancient Greek, so you have to be a couple of thousand years old. So
I'm sure there's plenty of those that are going to be there. Yeah.
Oh shit! All I know is Latin.
But either way, I'm so excited. Miranda is really, really, really excited.
That's awesome.
She's been waiting all
Bonnie and Clyde, man. Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah. They got a cool. I don't know if you can see it kind of here, but Mike and Miranda got a C1D logo with a cartoon of Connor and I standing on it, like in front of the logo, and they got us hoodies even with that, which I only wear them on special occasions. And they just got a Bonnie and Clyde done of them, with the 1920s look with the hats and that, and not AI. They went out to an artist on that, and that was so nice. And that. By the way,
I got a buddy story for you. I don't know if you care to hear it. Maybe
we want stories now.
All right. So I go to Texas because I'm on a board of directors for this group that looks after retired war horses, like from Arlington and all that stuff.
Oh wow.
Anyways, my buddy has a massive ranch. Like it's been his family for like a long time, like back to the Alamo days, right? So anyways, his neighbor, and he's got like, I don't know, he's got something like 1,000 acres or something like that there. But his neighbor, that property is where Bonnie and Clyde hid.
No way.
He has the bathtub that Bonnie used at his place.
Wow, that's super.
Oh
cool.
yeah, I mean that's crazy.
I love that.
It's crazy.
You brought your son down for that trip, and some of the nice.
And he got to use some real guns. Like we were like, I got to shoot an M1 carbine. That was the best.
Really?
Oh yeah, he had Garand's and M1 carbines, the stuff we used to be able to use here. But
yeah. That's so cool. I know I'm 10 minutes late to this, but I'm not the
That's
greatest.
okay. Check it out.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Huh. Oh, he's got their markers down too.
Yeah. That's a patch, man. You got to put that on a patch.
That's actually what I got it for. Oh God, I messed up. That's what I got it for. Was for a patch, and then maybe like a corner of a hoodie or something like that. But yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, local artists. I do a lot of stuff with AI, but there's always obviously an appreciation for real artists. You need them, and So
I think AI is sort of. I kind of like I'm moving away from. I used to think, oh, it's kind of cool, but now everyone's using it for everything, and it's like, oh man, like.
I think like anything, it's cool. Yeah,
there's a medium ground for it.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
I mean. I was doing AI music when I found it, and I was just doing strictly like the first week. It was just like type in like make me this please, and then just in hopes that it would make me something cool. But then I kind of I'm a musician myself, so I was like, hey, I'll implement some of my own stuff, and then I found out that it works very well and it keeps to the core of
Yeah.
your own creativity. And then I started adding Andrew's stuff in and then mashing it all together and
Mhm.
coming up with some pretty cool stuff. But there's definitely a medium ground for it. You
Yeah,
can't
no,
like
I agree.
He blew me away. There's a song that I did in around 1986 or 87. And I still remembered little ditties of it. And I went and I did it in GarageBand. And I gave it to Mike, and I kind of, he knows the type of music I play. And like, I wrote the song all those years ago, and it's like, this is how I wanted it, you know? And it was like wild. We had an old man moment, like, I can die now. I've heard my masterpiece.
That's awesome.
It's complete.
So the schedule for the tourists, I mean, how often do you guys play in a year? I assume you guys mostly play fairly big organized matches. I guess with you guys, I have the feeling it's not really like walk-ins and that. So
Yeah, we actually do. So
okay, good.
no, we try to go a couple of times a month to the open games, and
Sure.
And usually that's when we're like trying out our gear, testing out stuff, just having some like total relaxed time, and then we pick 3 major events. We're actually going to the compound in June for a big event there.
Oh, I hear that's wild. Yeah, you got
That's
the
one
boys
that's-
from Frontline boys are up
Yeah,
there.
that's what
Yeah,
Tonka was talking
Compound
about.
is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So we're
yeah,
going over
Tonka,
there.
that's true.
Yeah, Tonka actually is funny because those guys jumped into my trench. And I think that Tim has a video of us gunning down some of the enemy there, like with our LMGs, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And Tonka was there with his mask with his cigar sticking out of it.
Yes.
Tonka's on our side with the Allies at D-Day too, so you'll see him, and I
Right
think
on.
you'll see Tim.
Yeah, Tim and McGooey. They were. And
Oh no,
actually,
it's Pat who's coming. Tim is not. He said,
Yeah,
yeah,
Pat,
Pat's coming.
And Pat was there. Pat and I were the ones running LMGs, but they were at the field on May 2nd. They did a little podcast there too, so it was good.
Oh,
to see
nice.
them there. But
Have you played the compound before? Because
yeah, I went last year.
how is it? Just tell us about it. I've heard amazing things.
It's great. It's a big field. It's got everything. There's even a downed helicopter there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wrecked helicopter. And then there's like there's a big village. And they do a similar thing to the one you went to where there's kind of like NPCs. So you have these non-player characters, and there's all kinds of themes, and there's all kinds of side gigs, and these generals given different pieces of information, and then they deploy their teams out. It's a full day too, and they go into the night as well. Technicals, like it's I think there was close to 300 players when we were there last summer.
Nice.
And it just keeps growing, right? Like it's awesome. So we'll be up there. That's a big one we do. That's our away game. And then we had the one in the beginning of May, and then we have the 2, of course, Goto versus World, and then we do at FPS they have the DEA versus Cartel, which I love. I never play the cops. I always play the drug lords,
Bad guys.
and
Hello to my little friend.
exactly. And it's just super fun. Like you get some people who really get hardcore with their stuff, and yeah, it's awesome.
The fourth wall was broken. For those of you who heard my Google Assistant, where my wife declared that the laundry is dry and should be brought up. So I believe Connor is taking care of that. You can't make up this shit.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
We have our next paintball meetup for June 13th. That's Explore Paintball in Saskatchewan.
Cool.
And where it snowed again.
It's still snowing over there.
It's still snowing. It's still
73 degrees, and what is that for you guys?
God, I don't know. I'm bad.
22?
By 2.
22? 23?
No, you can't have snow at 23.
No. I was saying that's how hot
Where
it
is
was
it?
over
Where
for you
Mike?
guys.
Oh, here. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going.
Okay,
Oh, no,
yeah,
we're
It's
like-
about 22, 23.
Yeah, we're like around 20, I think, right now.
Yeah.
It was 6 last week, and now it was like what 23 today.
Yeah. Wait, you know what? I'm not looking forward to those games where you're in full gear and it's like 40 degrees out.
Ooh.
Brutal.
It's another reason why I don't wear a helmet.
Hydration
Even though I
pouch.
probably should. It's got to escape somewhere. It's got to escape somewhere, that heat. Do you guys have any questions for, I called him the Major. He's actually captain, but in my book, he's a 5-star general. We're 54 minutes in. But there we go. You know I love you. This man is the salt of the earth. He's a good Canadian, good human being. Speaks his mind because he's goddamn well earned it. Any questions for the Major? Because we're going to maintain that because I made the graph.
I know Connor's got one cooking.
I definitely have one. I definitely do. So
remember, he's going for his 2nd degree in psychology.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
Can we do a thesis on you?
You brought this up earlier, right? With PTSD and triggers for veterans playing, and I was curious because every single time I played with you, whether it's paintball or airsoft, it's like you're serious when you had to be as a commander at airsoft, but you're just always having such a fun time. And obviously, I guess the environment's not the same as it was when you were active and stuff, but it just really surprised me for that, because I could just imagine how many people maybe after that is that they never want to go into anything that simulates that. And so, I find it so cool that you're going out there and you're having fun and you're making it so fun for everyone else too. And but yeah, I was curious in terms of veterans, if you have an idea, it's like people that you may still be in touch with. Do they do sort of things like this still, like paintball or airsoft after they're done, or?
So Connor, it's like a mix, right? I mean, like I said, we ran a Veterans Day, which was geared towards veterans, not just military, but also police. And yeah, you know what? Some don't want anything to do with it, and good for them. Like 100% back it. And then some of us, like myself, like I was saying, I think it's not so much the tool; it's more the
community
camaraderie, right? And the community, and then
scratching an itch.
Yeah, and then when you've done this stuff for a long time and you feel like you're kind of good at it, it's fun to do something like that. And so and then that community ends up bringing in, like we had all kinds. We had like I said, Canada Connect comes in, and they're a big support. Echelon, there's a few other of these groups that work with veterans, and they're able to then come in. We actually raised a bunch of money for the veteran dog services out in the east end of near Carleton Place. So we actually raised about $2,500 at that.
Wow, awesome!
And they train dogs.
Cause.
Yeah. So and every this year we're doing something else. I think we're doing something in Kingston for homeless veterans, for finding them homes or whatever they do.
Another great cause right there.
Yeah. So, I mean, good question. And I'm curious too, like how, there's certain things I don't want to do or want to ever repeat or be around, but Absolutely. This doesn't cause me the same thing. And I think it's maybe because I have a passion I love firearms. I love history. I love all that stuff. And
board games. You play a lot of old school board games, like new games come out about
tabletop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, how many times have you salted the earth with the Romans?
I know. And you know what? Those guys too, there's out of that group, that gaming group I have, there's 4 guys who were veterans, right? And 2, one guy I was serving with years ago when in my PRES unit in the Guards in Montreal. It's a small world. I didn't know that at the time I joined the group, but yeah, that's awesome. It's pretty cool. So good question. And in fact, my son, I see a psychologist, right? And he basically said to me, hey, you know what? If this gives you go for it, gets you out of the house, it gets you it doesn't keep you kind of isolated, which tends to be, unfortunately, one of the bad symptoms of dealing with PTSD, right? So, yeah.
No, I had to write thank you for answering it. As I in CEGEP, I had a sports psychology class. I loved it. And I had to write about a sport. I had to do basically a paper. I had to get data and stuff. And so I did on paintball. And at first I asked my professor, and he's no longer with us. He passed away, and he was very old. Is that
it's Bill Tierney, right?
Peter Bender.
Peter Bender. Yeah, from
so,
John Abbott. Yep, from
I
John Abbott,
remember him.
legendary
Holy
coach
crap.
and teacher. Yep,
Yeah,
Peter
so-
Bender. Yep, see, I was
yeah,
hoping
so-
Jeff would
Remember
remember him.
because of his age, I really made a case too. It's like, hey, can I do it on paintball and stuff? And he's like, I don't really know. And so I had to Google some whatever stuff to make it work. And I think it applies to airsoft. The word is like a something space. I forget the word, like the technical word that they're using it, but it's just anything can really be it. Is if everybody's coming together for a common cause, and it's like for this thing. And the biggest example is a sport. You know, whether it's you're playing it or you're cheering for a team, you know, you're coming together, you're tuning out that outside noise and stuff, and it's like an outlet.
Space, is it?
Yeah, exactly. So
I think too, it depends on your treatment and your depth of treatment. Maybe like I don't think that I avoided a lot of this stuff in my early, like when I was dealing with realizing that, hey, you know what, I have some issues, and I was pretty depressed and stuff, and so I wasn't really doing this. I was very isolated. I was doing all the wrong things. And then once you have like some tools in your toolbox to help you manage kind of your thinking, and then you just try to rewire it and stuff. And yeah, so I mean, I don't think it's like the best thing for maybe somebody who's just started to realize they're into that.
No, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, as like for anybody, it's like for us. My dad made a podcast. It was either at the start of this year or last year, where the topic was therapy, right?
Yeah.
Is that for some people, like, this isn't like, a replacement for something, but it's
a tool in the toolbox.
Yeah, exactly. It's a tool that you have, and for anybody, regardless whether you're having a hard time at school or you're having struggles with anything. And so that's why I think it's so cool about paintball and airsoft. So yeah.
Well, back in the day, remember you used to rush home for lunch. Konrad and Jeff may remember this, and you might be able to get a grilled cheese from mom, but the Flintstones was on either at lunch or when you got home.
And they had the end of that. You had to go back to school.
Once they started playing the Mirabelle jet plane, I'd be out that door.
Yeah.
No, when remember they had the loyal
water buffalo
loyal lodge or whatever. Yeah, guys don't have that as much anymore. No. Clubs to do that, and women too. Women have clubs, and there's mixed clubs. Now there's more book clubs and stuff like that, but there's no social outlet for it. Whether you had the Shriners or just anything. I mean, even just a bar where everybody gets together and play darts. My dad did not go to the Legion. Did not join the Legion until he was in his. I think it was 62. Mm-hmm. He's 86 now, and he avoided the Legion. And he was deployed. He was an Air Force mechanic, so he was in Yemen. He was in Germany. He was in Germany not even 12 years after the war. So, yeah, I think paintball is that thing. Like, I don't know what half the guys on our team do for a living, and I don't care. Mm-hmm. You show up on Saturday, and you leave that world out there. And it's like, and I'll joke saying, hey, guys, I had a really shitty week. I want to shoot the shit out of you, even though they know I'll be lucky to I might shoot myself in the foot. But it's a good outlet. And whether it's the games, like you play the tabletop game, where it's the video games or get away, whether Mike gets involved in Rust and loses track of time for weeks on end.
What?
Or what? Okay, days on end, not weeks yet. Another 3 days, and I think it's weeks.
Yeah.
I think it's healthy to go out and try to find something like that. It's healthy to talk to people. I've talked to psychologists last year. I work in international trades and tariff. How do you think my mind was fucking working last March? Okay. How do you think my mind? So I think that's something I think I'm most proudest of C1D is and I see the same echoes in the wonderful crew you've assembled. With the tourists, is you need something like that. It doesn't need to be the bottom of a bottle of booze, unless the other guys are helping you with it.
I mean, like we do, and I've seen you guys do it too. Like you'll do like a an evening where you just get together for like some wings and whatever,
Yep.
right? And I mean, we do the same. Like we do some potlucks and stuff just at the beginning of the year to kind of talk about, okay, what do we want to do? And like, what are we, you know, what swag are we looking at, and what games you want to play, and you know, like whatever. And then and also we have like I guess a constitution or a charter, and so whenever new people come in, like they all are, you know, we have a code of conduct, a charter, all that stuff, a little oath, just to kind of bring them into the family, right? And we have like a thing where we won't take you on the team right away. You got to come out and kind of strike with us for a bit, just to see you're the right fit for everybody, and that we're the right fit for you, because maybe we're not what you're looking for, right? Maybe
exactly
more intense or whatever. But yeah, no, it's kind of it becomes almost like another family, which is cool.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, I see that for sure. I mean, face it, it's not I know you, so it's not how good you are. It's like, no, are you going to be an asshole? Are you going to fit in? Are you going to buy into it? You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're lucky enough. We actually have a French veteran.
I don't want drama.
Quebec. What?
I don't want drama.
You know? Oh yeah, no drama. Ultimately, you'll have drama.
Yeah.
He doesn't want drama, but he switched to airsoft. No.
Shots fired.
I still have a little
shots at everybody.
Still holding on to the cliff of paintball. Don't worry.
It's beautiful.
Okay,
you know what? Veteran.
We got a French veteran. I think he was in bomb disposal, eh? He was into gadgets and stuff. Yeah. Like heavy duty. Like he speaks proper French.
Then he'd like my airsoft claymore.
Oh,
what?
Yes, she would. The day I met him, it was this might butt heads or whatever, but we had an American versus Canadian event at Warzone Paintball last year, I believe, and it was a lot of fun. Everyone there was no hard feelings. It was just a big goof. But without telling us, the pro shop owner at the time went around and planted a bunch of those landmines.
That's awesome.
They didn't go off, luckily, but he brought us out after the game and showed us where they were. And Miranda was standing about this far. You could still see her footprint. She was standing about this far away from it. And it was just a noise thing. It wasn't like a thing, you know. So if it went off, you'd be like, oh, yo, I'm out. But yeah, he comes up to me, and this is the day I met him. And he's like, oh, you know, he introduced me. He's like, you know, I know I've met the C1D guys, I think, a couple weeks ago. It's nice to meet you. And he's like, I can take care of that. I could have took care of that. I used to do the bomb disposal. And I was like, oh my God, you're like a badass dude. And he's like, yeah. He's a cool man. Yeah.
He made this. He made this.
Oh yeah.
His 3D printer.
He does all of our 3D printing now. He does an amazing job. Our patches and logos, gun charms and stuff. Yeah.
For D-Day, members get a special patch. Instead of the normal black and white, the white is switched to gold, which is the color of the Allied side. And you'll be getting one of those too, because you're part of the group, Konrad, for sure.
Hey, how did we end up on the Allied side? I got all my gear. I got all my Axis gear now. I got all these nice camo.
You can bring the stick grenade still. I don't
You'll
know.
Be our behind enemy lines guy.
We've been Germans, I think, 4 of the 5 years. In the last 2 years, we won.
That's why I got all this like nice oak leaf pattern camo. And
well, you can be a spy.
Exactly.
I know there's lots of speedballers on the other team. They're not that bright. No. Segregate the community.
Oh my God! Never talk bad about the other team. They beat us.
No, Pat, the general, the other team, he's a sweetheart. He was the general last year. He's a great guy.
Awesome.
And they asked me to be the general, and they said for the Allied side, and it's such an honor. It's not going to say, "Oh, can I be on the Germans?" It's like, no, I was happy.
Man, this is awesome. Like, wow.
Yeah. Well, it's
started that, and here we go. You're the leader.
Well, it's what is it? The blind leading the blind, or
you should have saw him last year. You should have saw him last year running out there with flags and just.
I was running with a flag all day.
Slapsticks with smokes in his hand, chucking them left and right, yelling at everybody.
He shouldn't underestimate himself. I think he's earned his place.
Absolutely.
Well, after I got that one slapstick and got hit, I swear to God, I must have dozens of times, if not 100 times. And I'm staggering away from the flag. And I think I told you this the other night, Connor. And the only thing in my head is, okay, I'm never doing that again. That's the last slapstick I hit.
Till next year.
He's probably right. Any
if
more
we're ending up,
questions?
can I do a shout out to my sponsors?
Absolutely.
You just
Awesome.
you've done this before, kid. I was just about to say that.
So yeah, like Ops Tactical, he's actually, Brian is a buddy of mine. That's a store that he has for primarily airsoft now. He used to run paintball, but he's out in Carlton Place, and great guy. And Strategic Tactical is an old buddy of mine. He's a Durham copper and SWAT guy, like awesome guy. He runs this gear place, and he provided our team with like full camo for nothing. Like, just
is he the one with the bandoliers too?
He's the one with the bandoliers.
Those bandoliers are wicked. Oh, do you got some mag pouches for me? I owe you for like almost a year.
I
awesome.
Do. I have some mag pouches for you. And then FPS Airsoft, like they're amazing. Their club. They took us in, and they're just super. GLD, which is one of our other teammates, his company puts a lot of money and effort into our place. They actually repainted they're the ones who kind of did all the paint, everything on our vehicle. Like, awesome.
Nice.
Connect, as I said. Victor from Raven Elite, give him a shout out. Like all the Raven guns there, the airsoft stuff, and Jody Middick, who you guys I think might have met. I don't know if you met him, but
red hair.
He's the sniper. He's a buddy of mine. He was RCR. Lost both his legs to a landmine in Afghanistan.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. He runs a company or runs a business, Green Army Coffee. And so he provides us with our morning coffee, which is great.
It's amazing.
I hope I didn't forget anyone.
No, if you got any of that coffee, you know how to get it. I want to get my hands on some. I'll pay you for it and help out the veterans with that.
Yeah, that's worries.
All right, boys. First of all, Konrad is going to be back on the show, and that's where we're going to tell some war stories that he's okay to tell. That's going to require maybe an hour of scotch.
I started already.
Oh shit! Let's start part 2, guys. We're going to take a bathroom break. I got to bring more laundry upstairs. You remember that, eh?
I love you guys. Thanks so much for having me, and I'm really looking forward to playing with you guys. And Connor, you're the best, man.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Conrad. Appreciate it.
Konrad,
can't wait to kick butt.
Konrad, you are never alone, okay? You are never alone. You are a good man, a good Canadian, and a good friend, okay? Don't you fucking forget that. All right, buddy? All right. Now I'm going to have a cup of coffee and some scotch. So I'll mix what I want to drink and I'll join in there. Thank you for listening, everybody. Tourists got a Facebook group. We'll put it in the show notes. Great bunch of guys. And Instagram. There you go. Thanks for listening. Remember, guys, at the end of the day, you ready, Mike? You're going to let me say it this time? It is just, you cut me off last time.
I just did it again.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's just a game.